This is one of the most common reasons players aren't getting the results that they want, and on day one I spoke to you about just how training harder isn't always the answer and how it's very individual to each player, the time of the season, the level of the player, etc. However, there is a point that comes when training harder is obviously essential to get the results that you want, to make progress. It's really easy to find that when you're trying to create a good programme that it becomes really overwhelming. It seems like there's so many options out there, lots of exercises to try, ones that look cool, some that are marketed as the exercises you need to do how many sets, how many reps, when do I do them. But the good news is that many of these training conversations are related to just doing different types of strategies, different strategies that you would use to achieve a particular fitness result. So if you want to improve strength or power, you might think, do I do a front squat, or do I do a back squat, do I do a split squat, or for what I do power, is it a vertical jump I use, or a squat jump, or do I use banded resistance, what about kettlebells or dumbbells? And all these questions go through your head. You could very easily take two different football players who want to improve their endurance. One's given short interval training, which is a strategy. The other one does a mixture of long intervals and some speed work, again another strategy, but both could come back very much the same in terms of endurance levels and how much they've improved, as long as they both adhere to what matters most, and that is training principles. Now, strategies are many and principles are few, and it's very common for players who haven't been educated on the physical side of the game to second guess everything they do or want to chop and change their programme when they see something different. And this is where a lot of the overthinking comes in, because they're internet rabbit holes, they believe that there's so many options and they're stuck and think about strategies. However, players with more experience, they think about principles. They know that on any given day, there's only a few options they can actually choose from. They know what options they have on any given day of the week, what time of the season, and what their goal is. And thinking in principles rather than strategies is how all the guesswork can get removed. So if you think of what we went through in terms of the peak performance protocol, I showed you the principles of training to correctly train and recover the nervous system and the muscular system while still staying fresh on game day. You know that 1 to 2 days after a game, you've only got a few options that you can actually choose from when it comes to what you can do. You know that that's a recovery phase. So on those days, you might have upper body work, you may have an off day, or it might be something like on a bike just to get some blood flow. But when it comes to training programs, the number one principle that you need to be more concerned about is progressive overload. You might have heard this word before, but simply it means doing a little bit more over time to ensure your body knows to get stronger, get fitter, whether it be an extra rep, an extra 2.5 kilograms, you're moving the weight faster, or you're having less rest time, covering more distance, or doing something in a quicker time. All of this stuff is pushing your body just that little bit more in a short period of time, and over time that all adds up to make you stronger, fitter, faster, and more explosive. These would be all examples of progressive overloading your body, and the best way to do this is just gradually doing it. So like I said, 1 rep or even 1 to 2 kilograms, but it sounds like nothing week to week, but over 6 to 12 months, absolutely huge. That's 50 reps, 50 to 100 kg on your lifts. That would be massive, and that's only in 1 year. Now, the only way players can really mess this up is either one, they try and do too much too quickly. They'll throw lots of weight on the bar very quickly, or they'll try and reduce rest quickly or add lots of reps, and they might get some good results over 46 weeks, but then they'll hit a brick wall. Their body can't catch up or maintain that pace, so they'll hit a plateau, can't break past that, they'll take a step back, deload, and that'll be a vicious cycle. For alternatively, there's a player who chops and changes a programme constantly. They'll do one for 2 to 3 weeks, then change an exercise, then change a set and rep scheme, and then all these changes, they don't really know what to track and if they're actually improving on that exercise. So whether you want to improve endurance, hypertrophy, strength or power, you need to be trying to do more over time using the principle of progressive overload. So without it, you're just exercising, you're just getting a sweat up for the feel good factor. You're not actually training because your body's not training to get fitter or stronger or faster. Your task today is to tell me, how did you improve your most recent session compared to last week? For example, you could say last week I did 3 sets of 6 in a trap bar deadlift with 105 kilograms, and then this week I did 3 sets of 6 with 107.5. You could, if you're running, you could say I did 6 sets of 1 minute runs with 90 seconds rest last week, and this week I did 75 seconds rest. Now you just tell me what you've done. If you haven't done anything, that's no problem, or if you've stuck with the same, maybe let me know why you stuck to the same. But make sure you comment something. At the very least, just comment done, and make sure you're aware of this and you're going to apply this moving forward.